Hey air signs, welcome back. Welcome if you're new. This will be your monthly reading for Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. By monthly, I just mean that I make them about every 30 days. I do consider all my readings to be timeless, so whenever you're guided, here is the perfect time for you. Alright, air signs. The first card we had come out is number 30, breaking down to a 3, the Trinity, shining through. And this card talks about your own self-expression. It's like expression without filters, without masks. It's authentic communication and being proud of who you are. It's about shining in the world and refusing to make yourself small just to belong. You're being called to step into your true power, your true essence. And this is one of those times when you're required to bring everything that you are, all that you've learned, experienced, and integrated, and offer it up into service in the world. As you shine brightly, you'll naturally stand apart from others. And for some, this might bring up excitement and genuine pride or even discomfort, but it's not the time to make yourself small. The second card we have is number 41, breaking down to a 5, which represents change, a higher view. And this is about seeing things from a higher perspective. It's also about letting go of judgments, assumptions. It's this energy of non-attachment and the ability to remain unbiased. You could imagine yourself sitting on the back of a bird 1,000 feet above your life and just notice how your perspective might change. From a higher point of view, you can see for miles. You could let go of naming or blaming obstacles in your way and instead easily discover a path to a more beautiful, compelling timeline. More can become available to you in all aspects of your life when you're able to step back and get a little distance. You might want to wait before responding to something or be more graceful in your interactions. I feel like you're able to, in this perspective, see how everything is connected and how every experience is a gift. And then we have number 48 breaking down to a 12, which also breaks down to a 3, the Trinity, a burst of magic. And I'm pretty sure, I want to say like everybody got this card in their reading this month. It's a very magical time to be alive, and a burst of magic could be like an epiphany or a sudden higher knowing, a sense that everything has purpose. This is seeing your purpose as a gift. It's also about like cultivating conscious contact with a higher power, coming to know what calls to you, what lights you up. Sometimes you may find that something you've been pondering or a dilemma that you let go of revisits you without warning. It might hit you when you're like thinking about nothing, or the trigger might be just the right words arising in a conversation or a book or in music, a blog. An epiphany strikes you like a lightning bolt, waking you up to a truth that has previously eluded you. It's as if the whole world stops in that moment and you integrate the missing pieces of the puzzle that you were meant to solve all along. Answers are coming directly from source and being downloaded into you with such a force of conviction that you cannot be the same again. Inherent in this knowledge is the understanding that Spirit's always listening to you, reminding you that you're not alone. Even when it appears that you're trapped, you always have a key to unlock a solution if you can cultivate the willingness to be open and in tune with Source. The answers that you seek come when you stop looking for them. So I feel like this reading is just inspiring you to be mindful when information pops up out of the blue. Pay attention. The action that you need to take will become very obvious as you integrate this very magical wisdom. Regardless of, what's been on your mind, the subject of your inquiry, you're going to be transformed in this energy. Only good will come out of this. Especially since it's followed up by the master number 11, in perfect harmony. This is about togetherness. 11 breaks down to 2. It's the polarities, the feminine and masculine aspects coming into this partnership, this union. You could also be calling in other healthy and harmonious partnerships. Some of you may be committing to a partnership or a relationship, or collaborating with others. Regardless, you're entering this time of healthy, harmonious partnerships. And collaboration is key here. You're being invited to explore the potential inherent in making a commitment to another person or a group or even yourself. And know that you're bringing different gifts to the table. You don't have to be in exact lockstep with everybody else. Being your authentic self actually brings you into alignment with others. You can think of yourself like a note in a harmony that neither overpowers or is overpowered by any other. Your beautiful interdependence allows you all to shine. Just keep an eye out for a sign that your subconscious, which has been conditioned by previous hurts and experiences, is working in a way not in accord with what your healthy self intends. For example, you may desire a relationship but expect for it to be betrayed. So you unconsciously sabotage it. You say you want to lose weight, but you continue to eat compulsively and avoid exercise. And in these moments, you're not attuned with yourself, and this disharmony spills over into other parts of your life. So if this is happening, you might want to take a hard look at yourself, do a self-inventory, forgive yourself, and then start singing a new song of self-love and acceptance. What's great about this is how quickly that you're now able to turn this around. It's so easy to get back into tune in this energy we're in. All it takes is self-honesty and a willingness to heal. It's a really fortunate time for you, air signs. And then on the bottom of the deck, this card wanted to pop out, and then it ended up on the bottom. So I felt like it was important to also talk about number 14, which also breaks down to a 5. Beautiful uncaging. And this talks about the need for a self-inventory. It talks about, rigorous honesty and accountability. So at this time, you're being called to assess where guilt is playing a part in your life, how it's affecting you and others, and that way you can address it so that you can release yourself from its grip. Right? Guilt is a powerful emotional state capable of transforming difficult situations. It keeps you accountable for your actions when you've done something that causes harm. However, it can also feed a self-sabotaging cycle that fosters codependency and a distorted sense for personal power. Self-blame can also lead to behaviors that perpetuate low self-worth. Have you done something or said something in which you need to make amends? This could be even within yourself. Have you disregarded a boundary or broken a promise? Again, even within yourself. Guilt can make you aware of potential ways that you've given injury and show you how to redress the transgression. When you sincerely admit that you're wrong and begin this process to fix it, it's an act of accountability and responsibility and liberation. So you may want to take a moment to consider when you've harmed others or yourself. It's time for rigorous honesty, air signs, to take this self-inventory with a neutral state of mind. A good question to ask yourself might be, why is the guilt there? You might be taking on a burden that's not even yours to carry. So pay attention, take action, and uncage yourself from the prison of your own making. Let's get into some spirit animal cards for my air signs, messages or insights for my air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We've got the rabbit. The rabbit talks about fear. So there could be something coming up that might be making you a little overwhelmed or afraid. Then we've got the elk, which talks about finding stability, consistency, resilience. Some of you may be needing to eat or drink more consciously. That's coming up. And then we got the fish, which came out in reverse. So there could be something, you could be feeling distracted. The fish kind of like moves in many different ways. It's always kind of go, go, go. So I feel like this is just a need to come back into this elk energy of resilience and stability. And then we had these three just came out together. I guess I'll take them. We got dragon, which talks about your navel. Some of you may need to work on your sacral chakra. This is your center for relationships, as well as it's your sexual center, your pleasure. The dragon talks about seeing your true self and rebalancing the ego. It talks about surrender. They have tons of meditations for different chakras, different energy centers. So this might be one that might be beneficial for you. And then we've got the otter, which talks about having fun. The otter is full of love and needs nothing. So there could be something going on, air signs, that you're thinking about or you're battling that yeah, I just feel like coming back to this neutral state is really going to help you. When you're in this place of worry or anxiety, you're in a negative polarity. And in becoming more neutral, you come into that place of less resistance, and then are able to manifest much easier. And then we've got the vulture, which talks about, well, it's a clarifier. It reveals wisdom, but it also gets rid of shit that's not necessary. So there may be some, I feel this as thought forms, but it could also be in your relationships where there's just a need to come back into balance. On the bottom of the deck, we've got the unicorn, which talks about the third eye. I know I personally have had this past week, my third eye felt like it was like cracking open in meditation. Some of you guys may witness this as well. It's just another opening. The third eye brings visions and deeper awareness. It's reconnecting to higher wisdom or divinity. It strengthens your intuition. Let's get some tarot cards for my air signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I also suggest that you, if you're an air sun sign, check out your moon as well as your rising sign. I'm Aquarius rising, so the air signs definitely pertain to me as well. All right, so we got the Chariot with the Hangman. Yep, this is a need for a new perspective, which will push you forward. I'm seeing this as in gaining this new perspective, this new way of, and I'm hearing neutrality. You will be given all of the things that you are wanting. But in thinking about these things in a negative way, or with fear or anxiety or worry, it only pushes you further into that energy of what you're worried about. So in the letting go, we find that we can allow trust in our higher power, in the source within us, to know exactly what it is that we want and flow naturally in that direction. So some of you could be blocking your own manifestations, blocking what you actually want by focusing too much energy in the opposite direction, or in worrying about this matter, fearing. And then we have the Nine of Cups, which talks about manifestation. You're gonna eat well, right? There is new ideas, new breakthroughs with the Ace of Swords that is coming your way straight from source, that is really going to help you with this uncaging. So just make sure, air signs, that you are taking the time to quiet your mind. And when you find yourself in this state of angst or worry or fear, you can try thinking about something else, changing the direction of your focus into something that lifts you up instead. There's no point in worrying, period. There's no point. I'm hearing coming into a solution-based mindset will be much easier when you can allow the worries to be released. Yeah, and then the Nine of Swords is literally these worries. It's literally these It's just reiterating exactly what I was just saying or feeling about. There's something here that you've been worried about, but Source is saying, chill, chill. You have gifts on the way. You have magic that's coming through you, and if you can just trust in yourself, trust in Source enough to come back in out of the resistance and come back into this state of neutrality, everything is going to flow exactly as you want it to. Okay, be confident. You got this. Let's get you a Moon Magic card to wrap it up. Thank you guys for liking, sharing, commenting. I love hearing from you guys. And it definitely helps the algorithm when you guys jump into the comments and hit the like button. Please make sure you are subscribed. All the things that help us creators. All right, let's see. We got, I choose to nourish myself and enrich my life. I choose to nourish myself and enrich. Oh my God, I can't say the word. Enrich my life. I flow towards my goal. I am strongly protected as I go. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you guys again for all the things that help us creators. I definitely appreciate you guys. On the bottom we have, I see the gateways open and the pathway is clear. My journey begins. I love it. I'm here for it. Till next time, hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your month. Love you guys.